Do you have an amp sim you go to every time you plug in a guitar? Then you definitely have issues. All jokes aside, amp sims are a pretty deep topic, and today I'm going to show you which amp sims I prefer to use and why. I have a variety of reasons for my picks, and by the end of this video, you may decide to finally get that plugin you've been on the fence about for who knows how long. Now let's start with how I play guitar. For one, I'm not really a guitar player. However, as an aspiring mixing engineer, I have a large range of tastes, so make sure to keep these tastes in mind as I go through these. Rhythm guitars, Neural DSP Nolly X, and Toneforge Jeff Loomis. The reason I have two amp sims listed for this is because I feel that these particular plugins treat guitar tunings differently. Nolly X excels in very dense rhythm guitars. The bite is good, the mid-range is well balanced, and the plugin gets a great tone quickly. Personally, I love and hate the built-in IRs because they really do sound fantastic, but they also have an identity that's very noticeable to guitar players. That's not a negative thing, but I prefer to explore external IRs more, if that makes sense. When it comes to Toneforge Jeff Loomis, however, its strong point is that it makes guitar sound thick. There is a lot of bass in its processing, but it absolutely crushes extremely low tune guitars. So I tend to load this on 8-string tunings or more. Both plugins have some bells and whistles that make them unique and great to use. But at their core, these plugins together cover an entire spectrum of rhythm guitar. Clean guitars, Neural DSP Nolly X, and Toneforge Disruptor. Another two sims fits most here. Again, we have Nolly X for cleans, because of how clean the amp models sound and feel. The plugin generates a very crisp and well-defined tone. Nolly X also has a fantastic guitar compressor pedal and a lush post-effect delay and reverb. So, for all the cleans that need a realistic and almost poppy vibe, this is the one. Having said that, Toneforge Disruptor completes the clean package with its built-in modular chorus and soothing circuit. Most clean guitars build up harsh mid frequencies when we start to introduce some gain, some top end, and compression. So when I'm going for a radical, lush, atmospheric guitar clean tone with complex chords and dynamics, this is the plugin that will never disappoint. I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm not sponsored or endorsed in any way, so these opinions are entirely my own. Make sure to like the video for my authenticity, please. Lead guitars, Neural DSP Nolly X. Oh boy, not Nolly X again. Yeah, it is. This plugin supports such a vast range of playing and versatility that you just can't ignore it. It's pretty close to being a one-trick pony. But when it comes to lead tones, you have at least 3 options for amp response. Now, I'm a huge fan of thick vocal-like tones, like from Steve Hack. I made a tone a long time ago with a Pod HD Pro X. That was my crown jewel. It was my favorite lead tone for playing. And Nolly X seems to be the only plugin in the market that gets anywhere near that. Now, there's Helix Native, Pod Farm, and a couple others out there that have a built from scratch UX. But in terms of getting it right and not needing a million choices to experiment with, Nolly X kicks the competition to the curb. We're also just talking about plugins. If we were talking about hardware too, then this go-to list would be very different. I know that. Here's things I don't own but love. What a strange title. I don't own all the things I want to own. And sometimes I have plugins that I love to hear while I have never bought a license for them. The first one here is for rhythm guitars. Neural DSP Gojira X. This plugin is a powerhouse and has never sounded bad to me. Each time I hear great distorted guitar tones, it's usually this plugin, or the real deal. For clean tones in this category, it's definitely Pod Farm. Whether you like it or not, you can get some of the craziest clean tones ever spawned in that suite. Leave a comment below if you agree with me. If you don't, fuck you. And last is a lead guitar plugin that I like and do not own, hence the title. But it has to be Neural DSP's archetype, Mateus Asado. I haven't heard a plugin absolutely nail an amp sound that breaks up just right for lead playing. The pedals and the effects work so well together, and I'd say it's perfect for classic tones similar to Van Halen or Joe Satriani. Well, those are my go-tos for today when it comes to guitar tone. It has a lot of Neural DSP stuff, but good products make happy customers. Just saying. If I didn't mention your favorite amp sims, let me know what they are in the comments. And for those of you that are going, what about STL tones or Mixwave? I haven't used any of that shit, nor have I heard them do anything different and better than the plugins I mentioned in this video. I'm totally open to changing my mind, but that's for another day. I'll see you in the next one. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna throw the fuck up.